Hello students, till now we have seen that in solids there exist voids because of their different type of arrangement, and because of the presence of voids it leads to some kind of empty space in them, and it will also affect the closely packing percentage. That is what we call as packing efficiency. So because of the voids, the packing efficiency of different types of unit cell is getting affected. What is packing efficiency? It is the total percentage of space occupied by the particles in crystal lattice. Now since we have seen that when the particles are arranged in 2D or 3D, then there exist voids. Because of this voids, the space percentage, the space occupied by the particles, its percentage get affected, and that is what we call as packing efficiency. For attaining the stability, the solids must have maximum packing efficiency. Maximum packing efficiency will lead to the stability, and that will lead to high density. Now we know there exist three types of unit cells, and now we will calculate packing efficiency in all these three types of unit cells separately. Let us begin with simple cubic lattice, which is the most simplest form of unit cell, also known as primitive unit cell. We know in simple cubic lattice, 8 atoms occupy 8 corner places, and these constituent particles, we consider them as hard sphere. Now how do we calculate packing efficiency? Packing efficiency can be denoted in the short form as PE. So we have the formula Z into volume of sphere upon volume of cube into 100. Now why we are taking volume of sphere? Because these particles we are considering them as sphere. Why we are considering volume of cube? Because the whole unit cell is considered as a cube. How to calculate volume of sphere? We know volume of sphere we calculate by the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. How do we calculate the volume of cube? Volume of cube can be calculated by using the edge length. We know the edge length we always consider as A. So volume of cube will be A cube. A into A into A. Okay. So packing efficiency will be equal to Z into 4 by 3 pi r cube upon A cube into 100. We know Z, that is the rank of the unit cell or the number of atom per unit cell. So for simple cubic lattice it is 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube upon A cube. Now we don't know the value of A, but in the previous video I have told you the relation between A and R. That is the relation between the edge length and the radius. So for simple cubic lattice A equals to 2R. Let us substitute here 2R cube into 100. If we solve this, we get the answer 52%. That means in simple cubic unit cell, 52% space is occupied by the particles, whereas a large amount, that is 48% space, is empty. It is occupied by the voids. Now let us calculate packing efficiency in body-centered unit cell. In body-centered unit cell, 8 atoms occupy 8 corners and 1 particle is inside the body. So packing efficiency formula Z into volume of sphere upon volume of cube into 100. We know Z for body centered unit cell is 2. Volume of sphere 4 by 3 pi r cube upon volume of cube a cube into 100. Always edge length will be considered as A. We know the relation between A and R. A equals to 4R upon root 3. For the reference of this derivation, you can watch my previous videos. Let us substitute in this formula. 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube upon 4r root 3 cube into 100. If we solve this, we get the answer 68%. Meaning, in body-centered unit cell, 68% space is occupied by the particles and 32% space is occupied by voids. So in body centered unit cell, 32% empty space is present. Moving on to calculation of packing efficiency in face centered unit cell, where 8 particles occupy 8 corners and 6 particles occupy 6 faces. Now we know the formula. Packing efficiency equals to Z into volume of sphere upon volume of cube into 100. Z for face centered cubic unit cell, it is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube upon a cube into 100. Obviously A stands for the edge length. Let us know the relationship between A and R. So A equals to 2 root 2 R. Substitute the value. 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube upon 2 root 2 r cube into 100. If we solve this, we get the answer 74%. That means in face centered unit cell, 74% space is occupied by the particles and 26% space is occupied by the voids. That means if I see for simple cubic unit cell, body centered cubic unit cell and face centered. If we compare all these unit cell, in simple cubic unit cell, 52% the space is occupied by the particles. That is 52% of the crystal lattice is tightly packed. In body centered unit cell, it is a 68% and in FCC, it is a 74%. We know the solid becomes stable when it is tightly packed, and therefore face centered cubic unit cell is the most stable arrangement because of the highly packing. Now in your board exams, these derivations can be asked for 2 or 3 marks. So you have to learn these derivations. The question related to this topic is a direct question, like calculate packing efficiency for the given unit cell. Now basically why we are studying this packing efficiency? Because the packing efficiency will decide the total volume of the unit cell or the density of the unit cell. As the volume occupied changes, the density also changes, and therefore we have to calculate the density of a unit cell. So due to different percentage of packing efficiency, the density of every unit cell differs. Let us solve the derivation for this. This derivation was once asked for 3 marks, and therefore you have to do these all derivations. How do we calculate density? Generally, we calculate it by taking the ratio of mass upon volume. Now since we are discussing about the unit cell, here it will be mass of unit cell upon volume of unit cell. Obviously, edge length of the unit cell, we always take it as A. How do we calculate mass of unit cell? The mass of unit cell can be calculated as number of atoms in one unit cell into mass of each atom. This formula already you have studied in class 11 for number of moles. So number of atoms in one unit cell, we know that it is Z. It is the rank of the unit cell. Into mass of each atom can be denoted as M. So Z equals to molar mass upon Avogadro number. How do we calculate the volume of the unit cell? It is a straight A cube. Now let us substitute in this density. It can be also denoted as rho. So mass of unit cell is Z into molar mass upon Avogadro number upon A cube. Or I can write it as Z into molar mass upon A cube into Avogadro number for density. Based on this formula, you have numericals. The SI unit of density is gram per centimeter cube. Sometimes the edge length is given in picometer. In that case, the formula changes to density equals to Z into M into 10 to power 30 upon A cube into Avogadro number. But it is always advisable to convert the picometer into centimeter since SI unit of density is gram per centimeter cube. So based on this, we'll solve some numericals. Here is your first numerical. The very first thing is to note down the information. It is a BCC unit. The mass is 50U and the edge length is 290 picometer. Then we are supposed to calculate the density. So let us write the information. Z will be considered as 2 because it is a BCC unit. Mass is given 50U. Edge length is given 290 picometer. Immediately convert into centimeter. 1 picometer equals to 10 to power minus 10 centimeter. And we are supposed to calculate the density. So a very straightforward numerical. Density equals to Z into M upon A cube into Avogadro number. Z will be 2. Mass 50. A cube. 290 into 10 to power minus 10 cube into Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to power 23. Now if you solve this, we get the answer 6.81 gram per centimeter cube. So these numericals are very easy. A straightforward formula is there. The only thing you have to remember about the edge length unit. If it is given in picometer, it's better to convert in centimeter. In the next numerical, it is a FCC unit cell. So obviously Z will change now. And instead of edge length, now radius is given. Along with the atomic mass of copper. Again, we are supposed to calculate the density. So let us write the information. Z will be 4. Radius is given 127.8 picometer. The mass is given 63.55 U. Now formula of density Z into M upon A cube into Avogadro number. But I don't have the value of edge length right now. Instead, I have radius for FCC. We know the relationship between A and R for face-centered unit cell A 2 root 2 R. So the A equals to 2 root 2 into 127.8. This comes to be 361.42 picometer. Convert it into centimeter. Substitute the values. On solving this, we get the answer 8.94 gram per centimeter cube. So this will be the final answer. Moving on to the next numerical. In this numerical, we are considering a BCC structure. Now here neither age length nor the radius is given. Instead, neighboring distance is given, which is 365.9 picometer, and we are supposed to calculate the density. So since it is a BCC unit, Z will be equal to 2. The distance between two particles is given 365.9 picometer, and sodium, we know molar mass is 23U. We are supposed to calculate the density. We have D, but we don't have the value of edge length A. But we know the relationship between D and A. D equals to root 3 by 2A, or I will say A equals to 2D upon root 3. 2 into 365.9 upon root 3, and this we get the answer 422.5 picometer. We converted it into centimeter. 422.5 into 10 to power minus 10 centimeter. We'll substitute in the formula. Density equals to, we can write D also, we can write rho also. Z into M upon A cube into Avogadro number. Now the things becomes very easy. You have to be very careful in these numerical related to calculations, because calculating cube of this may go little bit lengthy. One more thing, there are numericals sometime where the calculation of Avogadro number is asked. So whenever the calculation of Avogadro number is asked, what is the mistake generally done by the student? They write directly the answer 6.022 into 10 to power 23. I will advise not to do this. Like, don't write the answer directly 6.022 into 10 to power 23. Instead, you will calculate it, because the numerical is framed in such a way that the answer will vary. Either it will be 6.011, either it will be exactly 6.0, or it will be 6.044. And in that case, if you are directly writing the answer 6.022, your answer will be considered as wrong. So this is how the questions based on the derivations of packing efficiency, the derivation of density, and the numericals of density are asked in board exams. Now you can try these numericals on your own. Especially the fifth one, I will say it is an important, because it is related to calculation of Avogadro number. Don't calculate Avogadro number directly. Don't write the answer directly 6.022 into 10 to power 23. Instead, you will calculate the answer. That's all for the day. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.